is What's the Story on the People Chronicles. Don't forget, follow us on YouTube and subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. You won't miss any of the exciting stories that you hear on the People Chronicles. So I was wondering, what's the story with this bike hub? This bike hub, it's on Cherry Street. And I thought, Dani, you're the one to ask. Dani Motze is with us. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
You rode your bike here, and it's cold.
I did. It is cold, yeah, but lots of layers.
Is that a prerequisite? I mean, not layers, but to ride bikes, to be involved with the bike hub?
No, because if someone has even thought about, oh, I'd like to ride a bike, we're like, come on over, and we'll hook you up.
What is the bike hub? How would you describe it? What is it?
Oh, man. It's a lot of things.
Okay.
So first of all, I think the easiest description is that it's a brick and mortar bike shop. It's a full functioning bike shop, just like any other bike shop you would go to. So we sell bikes, we repair bikes, we help with maintenance. If you have a flat tire, come get a tube. So that's kind of...
You sell parts?
We sell parts. If your brakes are loose, bring it down. If you're looking to buy your kid a bike, come on down.
This is cool.
Yeah, and we offer the bikes at affordable prices to the community because we collect donated bikes. So someone will donate a bike, the technicians refurbish it, clean it up, make sure it's safe to ride, and then we'll resell it to the community at super, super affordable prices that,
That's nice.
They're really competitive prices because we really just want to get bikes. We want to get butts on seats is kind of what we say. We want to get bikes into people's hands, so we sell them at minimal cost.
Why do you feel it's important to get bikes in people's hands? Why? What's the value? And I say that almost rhetorically because I'm a bicyclist. I love to ride, so I know what it means to me, but I don't know that I would have thought, oh, this is important, and let's get bikes in everybody's hands in the city. Why is that important?
Personally, riding a bike is such a experience of freedom and self-empowerment, which you totally have experienced, I'm sure. When I ride a bike, I feel just like I'm the queen of the world or something. Like when you have that wind in your face, it's just so, but more practically, kind of less romantically, I guess, is that we have one of the highest rates of bike commuters in the country, right here in Reading.
In Reading?
Yep, right in Reading,
I never would have guessed that.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because we have so many trails.
Yeah, so many trails, but we have such a high percentage of our population ride their bike to get to work, to get to the grocery store, to visit family, etc. And so we're really interested in getting people bikes that are safe, that have brakes, that they're wearing helmets, that we're helping to teach them the rules of the road, that you ride with traffic and you use your turn signals, and yes, you're required to stop at stop signs and all of those things.
You just went to a next step, Dani, because a bike shop sells parts and sells bikes and fixes bikes. You're talking about teaching safe riding, teaching responsibility, so there's an education component here.
Definitely, and that's another major aspect of the hub, is that we want to teach people how to ride safely and to have fun at the same time, and then also to advocate to make the area safe, which I guess would be probably the third other component. But
when you say the area, do you mean the bike hub area or
the whole city of Reading?
Okay.
So some of the education components are our Roll Right Reading weekly community slow roll group bike rides. That's a super long title.
Roll Right. When is that?
Roll Right Reading. It's Wednesdays. We meet at about 5:45. We aim to leave at 6. Often don't leave on time because, we just go with the flow. But we aim to leave at 6 from the bike shop. We'll ride for about an hour. When it's warmer out, a little bit longer. When it's colder out, we kind of keep it shorter. And then we come back to the shop and call it a night.
Wait, when it's cold out, so you're riding now?
We're riding now unofficially. So off season, they're kind of unofficial. We don't have maybe as many volunteers, so we kind of...
Do you have headlights?
We have headlights. We have all sorts of blinking, flashing rainbow lights that we put in the spokes. We have vests that we wear. We have all sorts of things.
Is it true that this is run by volunteers?
Yes, totally.
That's
volunteer
amazing.
Run. It is amazing. It's really kept open. The doors are kept open by volunteer technicians. We have volunteers who lead Roll Right Reading, so they'll help to guide the group, block intersections.
Wow.
Make sure no one gets left behind. Make sure the kids are.
So you have the sweep at the end?
The sweep, exactly. We have the sweep. Russ is always our sweep. That's his role.
Thank you, Russ.
Yeah, he's always our sweep. And make sure the kids are not doing all sorts of crazy things. Wheelies, the wrong way, down one ways. And we're like, get to the right, So it's that constant kind of hurting the group. So volunteers do that to help keep everyone safe.
This is a full-time job. I mean, if you have a bike shop, it's a full-time job. And you have managed to rally enough volunteers to keep this open. Is it open 5 days a week? What are the hours?
The hours are flexible.
Okay.
So it's sort of like when it's open, it's open. But we aim to do most days during the week, and then weekends are kind of, weekends are when the volunteers go out to shred. So they need their riding day, so that's sometimes when we're not open on a weekend.
And that's true. Everybody needs that.
Yeah.
I think it's a true testament to what's going on and the project itself, that there's volunteers running this full time, and that the community has gathered. Can I ask, what does it mean to you? What has the Bike Hub done for you, Dani?
I have been riding to commute since the summer after I graduated high school.
Oh, wow.
And so I've always ridden by myself. And riding here, riding in Reading, we're making strides and we're getting better, but it's not the most bike-friendly area. And so it is a little bit harrowing, and I felt a little bit kind of out there alone doing this, and I would have loved to kind of join forces. Yeah. And so the Bike Hub is, I've got to join this movement and kind of experiment with a whole bunch of other folks who are interested in the same thing that I'm interested in and who like to ride. So now I have friends that I ride with on our weekly rides, but also just
any other time.
Yeah, let's ride Saturday morning. And I get to be a part of a group of people who are working really hard to build this biking culture, or build off of this biking culture, because there already is, there was a biking culture before the Bike Hub, but to keep it going and keep it increasing. So for me, I'm a part of this thing that's bigger than me that I get to join into.
What do you think it's meant to, or in your experience? Are you with it for a year, 2 years? How long are you with the Bike Hub?
Since it opened, yeah.
When did it open?
Last August. I'm getting the years mixed up.
August 14th.
14th, thank
you.
Yep.
So we're going on the second full year.
A year and a half, yeah.
What do you think it means to the community? What changes have you seen in the immediate community that you can attribute to the Bike Hub?
The community is becoming more and more bike friendly. So people who aren't riding their bikes, I think, are becoming more aware that bikes are legal road vehicles and that they belong on the street, and that you need to pass them safely and legally, and that they belong there and not necessarily on the sidewalks. So I think the non-biking community is starting to be educated.
Right.
I think the biking community is starting, or people who ride bikes are more and more learning what it means to ride safely. And I think for a lot of people, I've seen this firsthand, it's a place where they belong. I mean, I've literally heard people come in and they say, oh, I'm not very social, I'm shy, or I'm a little bit of a misfit. I come here and I feel welcome. I mean, I've heard people say that I'm not being dramatic. That, like, one guy said, I don't often feel welcome places. I feel very left out. I have a lot of social anxiety. I come in here, and this is it. This is my living room. That's how he feels.
Wow.
And we hear that all the time. So it's a place for people to be a part of something and to belong and to be welcome.
That's a true benefit and asset to this community. Thank you for your dedication to the Bike Hub. If anybody's watching this, where exactly is it, and is there a phone number you can call the Bike Hub?
Yep, the phone number is 610-507-4820. Our website is readingbikehub.org, so that's really easy to remember. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, so whatever your favorite platform is, check us out. We are right behind the Santander Arena. So the front door is facing the back of the Santander Arena. That is a landmark for a lot of people, but it's 720 Terry Street. And if you're wondering about hours, just give the phone number a call or check out the Facebook, and that's where we'll sometimes best communicate the hours since they're flexible.
And if you have a bike in the garage that you're really never going to ride again,
Yep.
you'd be happy to have it at the bike hub, I bet.
Definitely, yes.
And somebody will ride that bike. Give it a little love.
Yep.
Dani, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Want to know more about who's doing what in Berks County? Check out the stories on thepeoplechronicles.com.